I thought I'd make a pendant using Queen Ebony, which is a ridiculously hard wood. It's also called 2B. It's so hard that you can actually polish it with a polishing mop. I was going to use this as the background and a little bit of bone, it's cabochon here, bone supported by that little cage there of silver. Be interesting to see how it pans out. Right, so that is going to be the support with which you put your necklace in there, and I'm going to use a rubber necklace for that. So we just see how that works. Right, so I polished this, and now I'm going to stick my bits of silver into the wood with a little bit of epoxy resin. If I can get the stuff out. Only need a very small amount. Equal parts. Come on out. Now, as the wood's so dark, I'll need to colour the epoxy. You can colour the epoxy with this pigment, which is used for cement. It's black, but it's close enough to the colour I want. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to mix it into here. There we are, not too much. You've got to be a bit careful with black pigments. If it's lamp black, it tends to stop the epoxy going off, which is not what you want really. But I have tried this stuff before and it works quite well. Right, I'm going to do that a little bit more thoroughly than that. There we go. Now I'm going to get, oh no, I'm not going to use that one. That's too good. I'm going to use that blade now to put it into this little cut that I've got on there. I'm not going to spread the bloody stuff everywhere. So in it goes. Just make sure it's got full coating. Got about 5 minutes to get this together. Put a little diddle on there, and I'll put it in here, and the goo will go everywhere. Just line it. A little bit further over. There we go. I'm not too worried about the glue oozing out because I'll clean that up with a file later. I'm going to put this little cage which holds the cabochon. I'm going to put that into those little holes. I'm just going to make sure the orientation is as it was when I made it. I've got another bit of silver here which is going to put the epoxy into these holes. It's going to be a bit difficult to clean this up afterwards, so I'm going to wipe off the surplus before I put that the cage in. You'll see the cage has those pins. What I need to do is to wipe that off. There we are. Bit of cloth there. There we are, it's completely gone now. So what I'm also going to do is to put just the tiniest little diddle on there, and then I'm going to put it into the holes. Yeah, well, even the best laid schemes, that's the wrong way around. That's the way. I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to make sure that those holes at the back are filled with epoxy. I'm going to squish it in. I don't really want to use my fingers. The stuff gets everywhere. You always get it on your fingers, even if you're careful. Right, so that's the surplus that's been taken off. I'm just going to make sure that this is aligned properly, which it isn't. Maybe I'll make sure that is in as far as it's going to go in. Go on, in there. There we go. Just check the alignment of that again. That looks about in the middle. Right. So there we are. I'm going to leave that a little while. So there we are, a short time later. It's still a little bit gooey, but I think that'll clean off nicely. I'll just get rid of this lot, and then I'll start filing it. There we are. This is the boring bit for the viewer, so I'll just speed it up a bit. Still a little proud. Rid of all the little scratches. There now, that's ready for the setting. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this little bone cabochon into its little home. I'm going to fold those little silver pins over. So here we go. We'll do it bit by bit. Almost there. There we are. Just make sure they're all straight enough. Let's move that one across. That one just over a little bit more. There we are. Right, I'll just go and get the rubber necklace, and all done.